things are not all as graspable and sayable as on the whole we are led to believe. Most events are unsayable, occur in a space that no word has ever penetrated. And most unsayable of all are works of art, mysterious existences whose life endures alongside ours, which passes away. Having begun with this preliminary remark, all I will go on to say is that your verses have no identity of their own, though they do have tacit and concealed hints of something personal. I feel that most clearly in the last poem, My Soul. There, something individual is trying to come into words, to find its manner. And in the lovely poem To Patti, perhaps a kind of affinity with this great and solitary man develops. Still, the poems are not yet anything in themselves, nothing self-sufficient, not even the last one and the one to Patti. The kind letter you wrote accompanying them does not fail to make many of the shortcomings I sensed in reading your verses explicable, without, for all that, being able to give them a name. You ask whether your verses are good. You ask me that. You have asked others before. You send them to magazines. You compare them with other poems, and you worry when certain editors turn your efforts down. Now, since you have allowed me to offer you advice, let me ask you to give up all that. You are looking to the outside, and that, above all, you should not be doing now. Nobody can advise you and help you, nobody. There is only one way. Go into yourself. Examine the reason that bids you to write. Check whether it reaches its roots into the deepest region of your heart. Admit to yourself whether you would die if it should be denied you to write. This above all. Ask yourself in your night's quietest hour, must I write? Dig down into yourself for a deep answer, and if it should be affirmative, if it is given to you to respond this serious question with a loud and simple I must, then construct your life according to this necessity. Your life, right into its most inconsequential and slightest hour, must become a sign and witness of this urge. Then approach nature. Then try, like the first human being, to say what you see and experience and love and lose. Don't write love poems. Avoid at first those forms which are too familiar and habitual. They are the hardest, for you need great maturity and strength to produce something of your own in a domain where good and sometimes brilliant examples have been handed down to us in abundance. For this reason, flee general subjects, and take refuge in those offered by your own day-to-day life. Depict your sadnesses and desires, passing thoughts and faith in some kind of beauty. Depict all this with intense, quiet, humble sincerity, and make use of whatever you find about you to express yourself, the images from your dreams and the things in your memory. If your everyday life seems to lack material, do not blame it, blame yourself. Tell yourself that you are not poet enough to summon up its riches, for there is no lack for him who creates, and no poor, trivial place. And even if you were in a prison whose walls did not let any of the sounds of the world outside reach your senses, would you not have your childhood still? This marvelous, lavish source? This treasure house of memories? Turn your attention towards that. Attempt to raise the sunken sensations of this distant past. Yourself will become the stronger for it. Your loneliness will open up and become a twilit dwelling in which the noise other people make is only heard far off. And if from this turn inwards, from this submersion in your own world, there come verses, then it will not occur to you to ask anyone whether they are good verses. Nor will you attempt to interest magazines in these bits of work. For in them you will see your beloved natural possessions, a piece and a voice of your life. A work of art is good if it has arisen out of necessity. The verdict on it lies in this nature of its origin. There is no other. For this reason, my dear sir, the only advice I have is this: to go into yourself and to examine the depths from which your life springs. At its source you will find the answer to the question of whether you have to write. Accept this answer as it is, without seeking to interpret it. Perhaps it will turn out that you are called to be an artist. Then assume this fate and bear it, its burden and its greatness, without ever asking after the rewards that may come from outside. For he who creates must be a world of his own,